Hi, it's Maureen Muldoon, and I recently got a great question from someone on the YouTube channel about the ego, and I thought it would be a great opportunity to share the whole idea of what is the ego and where did it come from. So it's funny that I'm filming this in this room because many years ago I had a spiritual teacher come and stay with me who was teaching spiritual principles at my community. He came in and he's like, I don't really get A Course in Miracles because I don't understand the ego. I mean, if God is all there is, then where did the ego come from? And I've asked this question to so many spiritual teachers and nobody's able to give me an answer that's acceptable. And I thought, well, you came to the right place. And not because I have the answers, but because I went to the Holy Spirit and I demanded an answer and I wanted to know. And this is actually a question that kind of agitates a lot of people. And so not only did I get an answer, but I continue to get answers and I continue to ask. And so I'm going to give you the answer to this question as it was given to me, but also I'm going to give it to you at the end of this video in story form, because a story was given to me in meditation that I found to be so beautiful and so helpful that it made sense to even a child. So the first thing about the ego and where did it come from? So we have this God, this benevolent, beautiful, and generous God that is a God of absolute freedom. And in order to have absolute freedom, you get to experience the spectrum of choices. And so when God created us, it didn't just say, you're good, beautiful, and holy, be on your way. It said, you're good, beautiful, and holy, but more importantly than that, you're also entitled to freedom. And if I was to tell you that you only have one choice, then that would not be freedom. So I'm going to give you the choice to choose love, and then I'm also going to give you the opportunity to choose fear. And I really hope that you don't choose fear, because when you choose fear, you get stuck in a whole bunch of classrooms of pain, of shame, of separation, of confusion, of congestion, of agitation, of scarcity, of dis-ease, that you get to experience all of those classrooms. But when you choose love, it's just about you creating with me, of you being an open channel with me. And we said, well, why would we ever choose fear? And the answer was because you want to be special. You want to take the reins and do it your own way. Like a spiritual 2-year-old, you want to say, I'm going to do it my way. But when you do it separate from me, you end up amputating the only true source that you have. So we listened to this answer that God gave us, and we thought, well, we will never not choose God's love. We will never not choose that. And as soon as God turned her back, we were like, let's go check out door number 2, shall we? and thus we did. And we jumped into these bodies and this dualistic experience of this measurement of time and all of the aspects that come with, experiencing the illusion of separation. And the thing is, we fell asleep. In the Bible it says, Adam fell into a deep sleep, and never does it mention where he woke up. So being heirs to the legacy of Adam, we are responsible for waking back up. And we are on the cusp of waking back up. And that's why we ask these questions. These questions are good questions. And, as we continue to ask these questions, we'll continue to have these revelations where we'll go, oh my God, God is for us all the time. Goodness is our inheritance, that we don't have to struggle, stress, or worry. And we return to love. And we return to love like the prodigal son and daughter. We return to love. And when we do, God's like, you made it back here. You were stuck in the confines of ego. You thought I didn't love you. And I watched you like a child watches figurines inside of a glass snow globe. And I, hoped and prayed that you would remember and you would wake up. And we're waking up. So here's the story that I got in meditation that's easy enough for a child to understand. I still was asking in meditation, but why am I here? Even if I awaken, I'm still in this body, and this body holds so many classrooms, and why? And my divine said to me, Maureen, Maureen, you wanted to play a game with me. That's why you're here. And I was like, what game did I want to play with you? And it said, well, you wanted to play hide and go seek. I said, hide and go seek? What do you mean by that? And it said, well, you wanted me to hide from you. You wanted me to hide. And I told you I can't really hide from you. There's no way that I can possibly hide from you. So it might be difficult to play this game with me, my divine said. And I must have just begged, please let me play hide and go seek with you, God. And God said, okay, I will play hide and go seek with you. But here's the deal. I'm going to hide in plain sight. And I thought to myself, if you hide in plain sight, I'll always see you, and that won't be any fun. And God smiled in her knowing way and said, you will be very surprised at how often you don't see me. And isn't that the truth? And sometimes we walk the world and we don't see God in the homeless, and we don't see God in our brothers, and we don't see God in our family members, and all we see is their personalities. And beneath those strange disguises, God is smirking back at us, waiting to be found. And so we get to relinquish the game when we begin to see God in everything. The game is over and everyone wins. So if you like the explanation, go ahead and leave your own comments below. And be sure to share this with your friends, because I think it's a question that a lot of people struggle with. And in the meantime, we'll continue with the lessons of A Course in Miracles. I hope you're enjoying your summer. God bless and namaste. Oh, by the way, I see you. I see you, God. Namaste. I forgot to mention that we are starting another round of Miracles Live 365. We start it twice a year, once in July 1st and once in January 1st. And so if you want to wake up to miracles, if you want to wake up with me, join miracleslive365.com. It is a priced membership, but I think it was priced by my internal teacher. It said charge $1 a day, 365 for 365 days. But if you can't afford that, we have scholarships. We don't want anyone to be left behind. This is an amazing way to study A Course in Miracles. It's my 14th round doing it this way, and every single round I go deeper and deeper into love and surrendering more and more and more fear. And this has really saved my peace of mind. And I share these lessons with you, and the other teachers on the course share these lessons with you because we are passionate about waking up and helping others to wake up too. So if you have any questions about Miracles Live 365, if you want to get on, if you need a scholarship, reach out, and I can make that happen, my friend. God bless. Namaste.